Hey, it looks like we're live, so welcome back. Today I'm going to be, hopefully, solving Advent of Code Day 1, and I'm going to be using C. It's my most familiar language, and it's just my favorite. So here is the source code for once we do it. So yeah, let's just get into it. So this is Day 1. So there's two parts, I think. I never have really done Advent of Code, but yeah. So I think there's part 1 and part 2 of Day 1. So yeah, so this is part 1. Yeah, so let's just do it. I have the code here, so something is wrong with global snow production, and you've been selected to take a look. The elves have given you a map. On it, they've used stars to mark the top 50 locations that are likely to be having problems. You've been doing this long. Okay, I'm not gonna read it all aloud. All 50 stars, okay. Playing stars by solving puzzles. Yeah, so this is just like an introduction to Advent of Code. So it's about like elves and Santa and stuff or whatever. Weather machine, yeah. Okay, they discovered that their calibration document has been amended by a very young elf who is apparently just excited to show off her art skills. Consequently, the elves are having trouble reading the values on the document. The newly improved calibration document consists of lines of text. Each line originally contained a specific calibration value that the elves now need to recover. On each line, the calibration value can be found by combining the first digit and the last digit in that order to form a single two-digit number. Okay. For example, this would be 12381577. Alright, so 12. That's the first and the last. Okay, that makes sense. 3, 8, 2, 5. No, 1, 5. I didn't see that one there. And then 7. So if there's only one, then it's that's the first and the last. That makes sense. Okay, so we basically just need to yo, what's up? What is up? Yeah, I'm doing Advent of Code, Day 1 because I didn't start it from YouTube. Very cool. What video specifically? If you remember. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go to Day 1. Many of them. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, welcome. Glad you are here. Alright, so that's just going to be the input. The test input. Maybe I'll call it that. Input to test input.txt. And then we have the actual input here, which is what the answer is for. So I'm just going to test and make sure I get this. So it makes sense to me how it works. So let me just try to read that. So let me see. I'm going to actually make main.c and a build.sh. So this, I'll use that. So main, enable the warnings, and do that. Okay. So I will just do this, and there we go. Let's get started. So I'm going to start by just reading the file. I'll do a hello world first. There we go. Make sure it's all compiling. Alright, so, let's see. Hello world, perfect. So yeah, I just need to read from the file. So I'm gonna need a file. And then the file name, so, and maybe I will actually, I can do it like, this. Test. This file is, and I think I do something like this. Make it a string. I don't remember exactly. It's gonna give me the warning though if it's, or the error if it's not. So, and that way I'll be able to change it. I think that's how you do it. I don't remember. Yeah, so we can open the file, and then we just need to read from it. So we can do mc file, cin, and then we can get the length. File. So yeah, just basic stuff. And then, so we need to declare this. Then go back to the beginning. Whoops. Set. I cannot type at all. Yes, then we can do that, and let's just read it into a buffer. So I'll just make a buffer. Let's see. So this is just the contents. Yeah. So I'll just allocate this length. So that times length. There we go. So then that should be big enough. I might need a +1. No, that should be fine. Actually, yeah. Yeah, +1. Something like that. And then, yeah, I just can read into that, and then I need to set the last character to be a null termination so I can actually use it. So contents, let me actually open this up. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, so that is that, and then the stream goes last. So the size, so it's gonna be 1, and then length, and then the file. Can't stay for too long, unfortunately. That's all good. Glad you were here for some of it. Yeah, very cool with that. Found me on YouTube. That is cool. There hasn't been a lot of people, at least that have said, that they've come from YouTube. It's kind of been separate things, you know? But that is cool. Alright, yeah, so I can do that, and then I just need to contents length equals that. And then I should be able if I did everything right, to print it all out. Alright, so let's see if it builds. And yeah, so I'm going to need, and I'm not going to use it yet, but I might use a cert, so I'm just going to import that. And the string as well. I'm definitely going to be using that because there is going to be a lot of string stuff. Alright, so yeah, that needs to be a semicolon, not a, let's see, where is that unit? ftel. Oh, there we go. Okay, and fseek. Yeah, actually I need to put a 0 in here. There we go. Okay. Open. Yeah, I forgot. I need to put for writing. For reading, actually. And I know it does exist, so. Alright, and let's see. So I think I did that wrong. Can I just do this? I don't know if that works. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like it did work, and then it should print the content. Alright, perfect. So there's an extra new line there. I don't think that really matters, though. So yeah, now we're just gonna read through the lines. Each line, and then there's going to be a first and a last for each one. So I'm going to actually separate this out so that I can also use it on the actual input rather than just the test input. So just make a function for this. So just read from file. Read from file. I'm just going to need the file name here. And yeah, I'll just take all of this, put it in there, and then just return contents. And that should be good then. So I should be able to do contents equals read from file. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about freeing it or anything like that because it's just being read once. So, I use parameter file. Oh yeah, because we want to use file name here instead of test file. I'm not going to check errors or whatever. Okay, so there, it's all working. So now I'm going to iterate through this line by line. And I'm going to have two variables. So let me make them now. So basically, yeah, so there's going to be first num. Yeah, and that can, yeah, so basically two, because we'll have the digit, because it's always going to be a single digit, and then also the no termination. And this will be last. Alright. So yeah, when we encounter the first one, though, actually, maybe I should initialize it to something. So I'll be able to check. I don't know. We'll get there when we get it. So yeah, then we'll iterate through it. I is less than, actually just, contents. I does not equal no termination character. I plus plus. And maybe I'll use this as well. Whoops. There we go. For safety. Yeah, super safe. Yeah, so I don't need to print this out now. But that should iterate through it. And then I'm just going to do if, contents I is a digit. Is digit. Yeah, and that should be imported. So that should be all good. Then I'm going to print it out. Contents I. And that should print the digits if I did it all right. And I did not. So, that's an integer. Oh yeah, because it's just a single character. Okay. Unused variable, that's okay. Okay, that's actually in C type, so I do need to import that. Oops, C type dot H. Alright. Alright, so that's good. Just unused variables. And there we go. So those should be the right ones. I can make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 8. Alright, yeah. So we'll also need a line. So basically, because we're going to need to keep track of each individual line so we know. Okay, so how can I go by doing that? Well, so if it's a new line, we can just reset these. So if contents I equals a new line, then I'm going to reset these. So I'm thinking, actually I can just initialize this on the 10. So like first 1, 2, like that. And then second 1. Yeah, and that's a bit better. Something like that. But I might want to make a structure for this. And then I can have something that shows if they're already initialized. If that makes any sense. So basically, just struct. And this can just be nums. Just num, whatever. So that is going to have the num, which is going to be a 2. And then it's also going to have the boolean, just an integer, it's fine. Because I'm not going to import bools. Okay, just is emitted. Something like that. And then we can just initialize this. Where we do num first equals that, and then also second. Something like that. And so just dot num. Let's see, I think I can, well, so I don't need to really initialize that. But is emitted equals 0. So it's false. And same with second. Something like that. So then, on this variable, this needs to be a comma actually. Okay, yeah, and then we can also reset them again. So first dot is emitted equals false or equals 0, and same with second. Something like that. So then I can check. So if we're in here, if the first one, if first dot is emitted equals 0. So if it's not initialized, then we want to set both of them equal to the ASCII to int version. So basically first dot num equals actually no, so we want the string version of it. So equals contents, whoops, contents I. So we'll do, yeah, it's a little weird, but something like this. And then it's gonna be second, yeah. And then this can be null termination character. Like that. Okay. Something like that. And then, okay. Then we have those as strings. Maybe it could just be a single character, though. I don't need to worry about all this. We can just be a single character like that. And yeah, so they won't be strings. And then we'll set it. We don't need to send it AR that. Okay. So, second is set but not used. Okay. And then let me at the end actually just print first dot num. Let's see what happens. So 7. Okay, and that is the first number. It's the last number actually, because it gets set each time. So that's not. Oh yeah, because then we need to actually set it to first dot is emitted. Well, actually equals 1. Okay, and then it will be. That's not quite right. Because we reset each time. So yeah, that is right. Let me print it on each iteration then. Yes, right here. And then we'll see it. So yeah, we get a whole bunch of different ones. But yeah, so it changes on each iteration. So this should be the first one of each iteration. And then we just want to set the second equal to that. And then at the end of the entire iteration at the new line, we should have all the things in here. Hey there, Buttercake. How are you doing? Yes, I'm going to print the first and the second. Okay, so that is how we know it's the end of a line. Okay, and so we'll just print it out for now. But we do need to set it. So if we encounter a digit, then we want to set the second equal to the digit. But the first only if it's not initialized. So maybe this doesn't need to. Maybe it can just be like that actually. Something like that. So we never set it equal to initialize, but we don't use it. So something like that. Let's see what actually happens. So we get 1, 2. Let me actually add some of this here. So first and second. Let's see. So if I run this now, 1 and 2. Okay, so actually it's really last, not second. So let's see. So then here I want to check if it's 1 and 5. Okay. Okay, I think it actually did work then. So we should be able to combine them together to make a single 2-digit number. Yeah, that looks all right to me. There was, let's see, what was, yeah, so I'm just going to actually rename second to last, because that is really, more correct. Yeah, so this can become last. Okay. So yeah, same output. So then we just need, we'll need an array. Just an array, let's see. And then we can put all the numbers in there. Well, we could just make a total sum. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll make the, let's see, what is it? The, number. equal number, and it will be 3. And we'll set a little verbose, but equals first dot num, and then second dot num, and then 2 equals null termination character, and then yes, then we can have that. We can use the ASCII to int and add that to the sum or the total. Total equals 0, and then just total plus equals that of, yeah, something like that. And it should, let's see. So yeah, actually this doesn't need the star again. Okay, second undeclared, yeah, because it is last. Okay, and let's see. So what is, I don't ever print it out. So let's print the total at the end. Total. And let's see what we get. So is it the same? 142. 142. Okay, so now I'm going to try to do that on the actual input. So let me just make a new file. Input.txt. And then I need to copy this, the puzzle input. Copy the whole thing. Let me just do this actually. Copy it. Paste it in there. And then I need to set a test file. Have just the input file equals input.txt. And then we'll read from file. Input file. And it should work. And we get 0. Okay, so I messed something up. Very bad. Okay. What is wrong here? So let's see. So let's see if we read the contents. Let's print the contents. Contents. Oops. Contents. There we go. Let's see what it outputs. Outputs nothing. Alright, so it did not read properly. Is it? Oh, I didn't save. I didn't open the file. Okay. Yeah. So alright. Like that. And that's not right. So I have to copy it again. Alright. Let's try this again. Isn't it weird how some of these lines contain digits spelled out like 7? Wonder why it's like that. Oh, that is weird. It wasn't like that in here. Huh. I don't know. Alright, whoops. Not need to do that. So, there we go. And I accidentally closed the file, so, alright, give me a second. I am, whoops, it doesn't want me to save that. Okay. There we go. Let me go back into here and make sure the input is all good. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's run it. And this is the number that I got. So let's see if it actually works. Alright, that is not right. It did not copy the number. Okay, let's do that. Shoot, now I broke it. Okay. Let me refresh, and hopefully it resets that field. I accidentally pasted the entire contents in there. Okay, let me make sure I have it copied. There we go, and let me just do that. Alright, so let's see if it's right. Let's go. Okay, let's go to part 2. Alright, the first half of this puzzle is complete. Alright, part 2. Your calculation isn't quite right. It looks like some of the digits are actually spelled out. Oh. Okay. I guess that is why then. Because for this challenge. So it wants me to get those, it looks like. You now need to find the real first and last digit of each line. Okay. Who would have thought? Yeah. Okay. So. Alright, so what is 9, 8? Is 16, so that's not valid, so it's only single digit ones. But these are still valid, or the actual digits, or just the spelled out ones? Okay, it looks like it is 7 and 6. Okay, so I need to account for both of those. Okay. Yeah. Let me actually copy and paste the day 1 to day 1b. And then I'm going to modify it from there. Let me actually just put the day 1 part 1 solution. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now let's do day 1b. Alright. So, is it the same? So there's different text input now, so I can replace that file. Alright, so to do that, we're going to need to actually read it differently because it's not just one character at a time anymore. That does make it more complicated. Okay, so test input. So yeah, I'll switch to test input. Okay. I'm not gonna print all the contents right now. Okay, so I'm going to need. Let's see. I could probably use. Yeah, something like this. Maybe numbers. Yeah, like an array. Let's see. Numbers. Something like this. And this is. Let's see. So there's gonna be 9, right? 10 because 0. Is 0 valid? It just says that. So maybe not. Numbers. And then 2. So, wait, what is the 2 for? Yeah, I don't. Wait, what am I? Trying to think. Think how to define it. So basically, I want something like 1 is 1, like that. 2 is 2. Yeah, something like that. So this needs to be. See, I don't know exactly. Find something like that. That makes any sense. Yeah, and then I can reference this. Kind of. Whoops. All right. Kind of like a hash map, except with no hashing. Yeah, because it's very small table. So 7, 8, 9. Okay, 8, 9. Whoops. This in Russian contains some of the ugliest code that I've ever written. That's pretty fun. Do you have a link to it? Or is it, whatever. I would like to see some of the ugliest code I've ever written. If you don't mind sharing. Yeah. Okay, so I've got that then. So I can kind of iterate through that. That might not be defined properly. Let me see. Can I do this? And I need an equal sign. Alright, read from file. Where is what? I think I'm messing up. Test input. Yeah, because it's called test file. Okay. And let's see. Plus the declaration of read from file. Alright, I think I'm actually, yeah, I need a semicolon here. Okay, so, oh yeah, you can't have 2 different types here, so that's not actually gonna work. Okay, I can do that though. Yeah, I completely forgot how it is. I think if I do this though, it's gonna be easy enough to convert it. Let's see. So what will we do that? Okay, there we go, and it does compile. I don't have it on GitHub, and I don't really plan to do more admin code. I only saw the first 3 days and got tired of string parsing. But I can post my code on Discord if you like to see. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah. Alright, so I should, yeah, it says 220 now, that's not. So now I need to check, I need to actually check if it is one of these numbers. So I might make a function for that. Okay. It is, let's see, is, how, word number, that's not exactly, whatever. So yeah, we'll just have, and then we'll just go. So how is it actually set up? Yeah, basically, that's a little, alright, so basically we just need to look at one of these, and then, makes it a bit complicated. Okay, so like if we encounter one of these, we just check, the max length though, so we can go to the max length. Okay, so maybe I'll just define that. Max length, so that is, what is the longest? I think it's 5, right? Yeah, so 5. So we won't go past 5. Okay, then we're just gonna check that for each one. Is that a good way of doing that? I don't know. But yeah, we'll basically just check 5, and then if it's not, then we'll go to the next character, and we'll check 5. Unless it's a digit like that, then we'll just use that. Okay. That's gonna be a little weird, but I think I can do that. So then just for I equals 0. No. 0, is less than max length. So I might yeah, okay, that should be fine then. Alright, so maybe I don't want to use that. So yeah, that'll be fine actually. Okay, so the buffer, so maybe I want an index as well. Maybe I want to take the index from here. So maybe buffer index, and we'll iterate this, and we'll just iterate buffer index each time. Yeah, just here. I plus plus. Can I? No, I'll just iterate it. Buffer index plus plus. But do I want to actually return that value? Yeah, I probably. Well, no, I don't want to do that because then I just want to go to the yeah. So just iterate it in here. And then we can grab the buffer from that index. Yeah, so we'll need like a string here. So this is the num word. And then, so it's never going to be greater than maximum. So I can do that. Just allocate it like that. Or I could just define it as an array. That'll be fine. And then I can just, alright, num word I equals buffer index. And we'll go through, and then at the end, I'll just check if it is in there. So, so if is in nums, yeah, just doesn't really matter the names. Num word. Then we want to return 1. Otherwise, just return 0. Okay, so then I need another function for that. Is in nums. And this is going to take next word. Alright, just like that, and then we're just going to iterate through, but we need to return which one it is actually. So, yeah, so this will actually, how do I want to do this? Maybe I'll just check it in here. Alright, actually, this can return one of these values, the actual integer representation of them. Maybe just a character of them. I don't know. It'll return one of these values, and then we can just return 0 if it's false. So basically, if it equals 0, okay. It equals 0, that means it was not in there, so return 0. Otherwise, we want to return the actual value of it. So let's do value equals is in nums. Num. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, then we'll check value here instead. And we'll return value. Okay, something like that. Okay, so that should be good then. So in here, the default case would be returning 0. Otherwise, we need to iterate through this, the double array. So I equals 0. Well, I is less than numbers. Numbers. I plus plus. And then will we always, yeah, so we'll just check. Let's see, so it is numbers I 0. But that is gonna be a string, so we'll need to string compare. If string compare numbers I 0 with the word equals 0, then we want to return numbers I 1, the yeah, that. Something like that. If that'll work. Let's see if that compiles. It did actually compile. Surprised. I was not expecting that. It probably doesn't work, but I can find out. So let me is word number. Yeah. So let me instead of let me just comment this out quickly, like that. And then what I'm gonna do is just if is alpha contents I. Then I'm going to just call, what is the function called? Is word number on contents I and or contents rather, and also the I. So that is the index. So this is going to return a value. So int value equals that, and then I'm just going to print the value, and I'll see if it works. Okay, let's see. And now I have some issues. Undefined resident is word number. Okay, let me use variable first. That's fine. Let's see what it gets. So 0, 0. Okay. So we do get some here because it returns 0 sometimes. Actually, yeah, let's do if value is not equal to 0, then we will print it out. It's never going to be 0 because that was not one of the valid numbers. So let's do that, and we get 8. Okay, so still print 0 at the last. That is actually that. All right, 8. So we have, that's not right. Okay, 8 and 3. So it doesn't quite work. But it partially works. So let's see. Where's the how is it reading this? Let's also 8. So I wonder why 8 is the first one. Contents I. Okay. So what is, maybe I messed something up here. Numword I equals buffer. So the buffer index that we pass should be fine. Okay. Let's print here. Whoops. Value, and I'll just add this so I know where it's at. Value. There we go. And let's see what we get. Got a semicolon there. Where did I do that? Okay. So value is 0 most time. Yeah, okay. So I should actually check if it's not 0. So right there. And it should be the same thing that we return each time. So value is 8. Yeah. So for some reason we're getting 0. Maybe I should print the num word. Num word equals num word. And I'm going to get rid of this other print statement here. Okay, and then we'll get that each time. So plus on Discord, I don't expect you to understand the code. I barely understand it myself anymore. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'll take a look at it after this. Okay, and I see what the problem is actually. We only get it if it is that. So, we need to check this on each iteration. Yeah, okay. So, how can I'm gonna need to pass the length in here as well. Actually, no, I don't need that. We also do need a null termination character though at the end. Because this, okay. So yeah, maybe I'll pass the length in here as well. So just do word length equals that, and then I'll be able to use it like a string. So just int sure. So I can move this in here, and then the length is just the current index. And if value equals 0, then just continue. Or actually, maybe I'll check if value does not equal 0. Then we want to actually return that value. So, yeah, return value. Otherwise, we go here and then do that. So we can still have that, but I don't think it matters. So let's see what happens now. Is word number. So where is how does it reach the end? Let's see. Where's the index we're reaching? Oh, is it this? Because value is not declared in here anymore. So let me get rid of that. Let me just return 0 at the end because if we don't find it in the loop form, yeah. Let's see then. So we get 0. So yeah, did not work. Okay, so we get 0 each time. So maybe it needs to be I plus 1 actually. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is more like it. So we have 2, 9. Okay. 8, 3. 8, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So it looks like it is working now. And it was still pretty fast. Yeah, even though there's a lot of probably things that don't need to be in here, but alright, so we can check that now. So now we need to combine this with the previous solution. And that should work then. So, we're gonna need to move this below here. Whoops. Alright, just do that, and then uncomment this out. Okay, so, yeah, we're gonna need to do both of these at the same time, essentially. So, yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll add this same check in here. So, if those.is, something I need to do as well is convert it to a character, because that's what we need to set it to. So that, I think you can just add 48, which is the ASCII value of 0, and I think that does that. So it could be, I think that's right. Then let's first dot num equals okay, equals value that's 0. So it's only ever gonna be one digit. So I think we can do that. Then here, then last dot num equals 1 plus 0. Alright, something like that. Let's see what happens then. So it compiles. Let's see, I want to print the total at the end. Yeah, so main 281. So what do we get here? 281. Okay. Shoot, it might actually work. Alright, so we need the previous one. So just the same input. Okay, just input file. And let's see if it works. So, alright. 54,530. Okay. Let's see if it works. Okay, that is the right answer. Alright. Took 36 minutes, and I solved, the entirety of day 1. I'm pretty happy with that. First try. Yeah, first try on both of them. I'm very happy with that. It was pretty fast. I could get rid of the debug stuff and it'd be like, instant as well. Yeah, just all these print statements. Just need the last one. So I think that might have been the only one, actually. Okay. I'm very happy with that. Let's see, now it shouldn't print anything. Yeah, that's pretty fast. I like that. Pog indeed. So I'm going to actually commit that now. And then say the solution for day 1, part 2. Yeah, I guess. Time to look at day 2 then. Well, first I'll look at, actually, I wanted to see Buttercake, implementation of it. I'd like to have that knowledge in C. Well, why not? Why don't you? I'm not, like, I don't really know very much. C is my most used language though, so there is that. But yeah, it's not like C is not very complicated. It's not like C++ or whatever. Yeah, it's not very hard to learn. Okay, yeah, I wanted to see this. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here is the code. So let me open that up over here. Okay, yeah. So here you go. Day 1, part 1, and day 1, part 2. Yeah, let's look at that. So, I'm going to. Yeah. All right. So here is. I want to see this. So, yeah, this is actually a bit shorter than mine. Let me look at mine. Day 1. Day 1A. This is Rust as well. Yeah. All right. Not very long. So, okay, find that. I'm not super great with Rust either, so I'm not gonna understand it. But yeah, I think I can get an idea. Okay. Yeah, it is pretty concise. I like that. This one is good. I like that. Okay, input. Okay, yeah, very cool. In part 2, so you said this is some of the ugliest code that you've written. Okay. So, search map. Okay. Yeah. That's Rust. Yeah, this is Rust right here. I was using C. This is Rust though. This is what Buttercake implemented. With part 1 until I read the description of part 2. Yeah, not very reusable. Okay. Find digit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, very cool. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Actually, thank you. There we go. Alright, yeah, so now I'm gonna try day 2, I guess. I was expecting to take, like, at least an hour on day 1, but it did not. So, let's see what day 2 is. I don't know if I'm gonna solve all of day 2 or whatever today. But I'll try. Day 2. Okay. So, yeah, I'll actually, I'm just gonna copy, no, I don't need to copy anything. I'll make the main.c, in the, save file. Okay, I don't get rid of both. No, I did not. Okay, so I guess you can't do that. Okay, let's open the.sh, and then... Okay. And so I've got that, and... Alright, so now I should be set up. So let's read what this is. Made a big lookup list vector of all the digit words mapped to their numerical values. It sounded quite easy, but became messy real quick. And similar to what you just did, I couldn't really pay attention to the stream as I was cleaning up the code for Discord. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty similar to what I did. I can actually show it again. Yeah, I just made, yeah, just a lookup, and it just corresponds to these, and then yeah. So just look in there, and if this is equal to that, then return that. Day 5 is the most complex of all. Won't give spoilers, so I won't get banned. Day 5 is, well, so it's on day 7 now, so it's more, like, it's supposed to be progressively more complex, right? But day 5 is more so than the later days. I don't know, I'm not very familiar with advent codes, so. Whoops, not good. This is my first time ever actually trying it. Okay, yeah, I don't have that. Alright, let's see. So, high into the atmosphere, the apex of your trajectory just barely reaches the surface of a large island floating in the sky. You gently land in a fluffy pile of leaves. It's quite cold, but you don't see much snow. An elf runs over to greet you. Snow Island. Okay, lack of snow. He'll be happy to explain the situation, but a bit of a lot. The elf shows you a small bag and some cubes, which are either red, green, or blue. Each time you play this game, he will hide a secret number of cubes of each color in the bag, and your goal is to figure out information about the number of cubes. Okay, so to get information, once a bag has been loaded with cubes, the elf will reach into the bag, grab a handful of random cubes, and show. Okay, play several games and record the information from each game. Each game is listed with its ID number, like the 11 in game 11. Okay. Followed by a semicolon separated list of subsets of cubes. Okay, so we're going to need to do some string parsing, more so than the last one. Okay, so game 1. Okay. In game 1, 3 sets of cubes are revealed from the bag and then put back again. First set is 3 blue cubes and 4 red cubes. The second set is 1 red cube, 2 green cubes, and 6 blue cubes. The third set is only 2 green cubes. Which games would have been possible if the bag contained only 12, 13, and 14? Okay, so would have been possible if the bag... Game 3 would have been impossible. 20 red cubes at once. Okay, so we need to add... wait, hang on. So... Okay, so we need to add this together, right? The value of each one, and it cannot surpass this for the corresponding things, if I understand correctly. You get 8. Okay. What is the sum of IDs of the games? Okay, so that's going to be a little weird. A little weird to do. Let me make a test input. Test input. T. Okay, same thing as before. So I can actually copy part of the code from that, just to read the file. Alright, so that's the test input. So let me actually do that then. Shoot, I didn't open test input. Okay. Okay, test input. Alright, there we go. I want to quit. There we go. Let me go to Dave, or actually let me just vim. So vim. And let me open see, just take the read from file. Okay, I'm gonna use that. And open up day 2. Where's day 2? Oh, I don't have it, so I need to day02a/c. Okay. There we go. Read from file. Okay. Probably wouldn't pass it, just re-implement it, but because I am stupid. Alright, yeah, so I'll just do this, and then hello world, and make sure it all works. Good. Okay. Nope, I need to go into day 2. Alright, build it, and okay. Need to import stuff as well. Okay, and going to need string.h. Alright, and I think that should be it then. And it should compile. Alright, perfect. So, yeah, I need to read from the file again. So I'll need the test file. So just find test file, test input, and that can be test input.txt. And then also define the regular input. Input is input, which I don't have yet, but I will have. So yeah, I'll just context. Just read from file input, okay, and then make sure it's all working. It should be, because it just worked in the other one, but, you know. Okay, looking good. looking good. So yeah, I need to parse this. So this is basically what we care about is the ID. So we can just ignore the game part. Each one has that. So maybe I should read this line by line. Maybe that would be easier rather than. Could I actually splitify that into an array? Is that a good idea? I could do that. Split it into an array. You know, like someone usually have like contents dot split by new line or whatever, that kind of thing. I could implement that perhaps. Let's see. So I need the ID. I need these numbers. So there's gonna be 3 and then 3 more, and then also the identifiers of that. So yeah, okay, that's what I need. I'm probably gonna want to split it like that though. So maybe I could make that just so it's gonna return that pointer to okay. Yeah, that's what it is. So just split split stir split by 1. Okay, so that's going to take string, and I'll just iterate through it. So I'm probably gonna have to do 2 passes to get the number of new lines so that I know how big the array needs to be. Yeah, I think I can do it. So let's see, so that's not equal that plus, and then let's make a no, so this can be actually new lines. Make it 0. If stir I equals a new line. Not super concerned about writing optimized code or anything like that. Yeah, I just want something that works. Alright, new lines plus plus. And then at the end, new lines should have let's see, how many of them? Alright, let me just print this out. Actually, yeah, so that doesn't return anything yet, so let's return. I want to just let's do something like that. No. Alright, return null. Okay, yes, that'll work then. And I want to just call split by new line contents. Alright, and let's see what we get so far. Okay, and I think that is right then. Because we have, whoops. Let me open the input. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, perfect. Okay, so we're counting the new lines. So that is how big the array will be. So yeah, I can just make the array now. So result is new line size. Okay. And so then I'll have that, and then I need to actually put each new line in there. So iterate through it again. And collect that into a buffer. Okay. I'm trying to think what is the best way to do this. So yeah, I'm probably gonna need to do that. But I don't know the length of those, so I need. Yeah, maybe I'll do that as well. Also count size. This is a little weird, but basically then I'll do max size plus plus, and then I'll set max size equal to 0 here. No. I'll do if max size. No, hang on. So how do I want to do this? I guess I'm gonna need another one in curve size. Iterate both of them. No, curve size. And then let's see. So if curve size greater than max size, then max size equals curve size. Yeah, and then I'll have the max size, so that can be instead more like this. That, and then the actual length of it is max size. Okay, so it's like that. And then we can just put it in there like that. So I'll probably need another one then that is the max size. Okay, yeah. So I'll do this, and then curve max size. Alright, and then we're going to just append to this the contents of it, and then once we reach a new line, put a null termination at the end and put it into here. Or or I could just iterate over it. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so I'll make an index. No, the index can be that. So let me just, yeah. So I'm going to do another loop similar to that one. There's probably a way to do it with one loop, but it doesn't matter that much. Okay, so I can do that. So that'll iterate over the string, and then I just want to, so I'll need cur index, and then I'm also going to need result index. All right, yeah. So I'll just do something like that. Cur index equals stir I. And then yeah, cur index plus plus. And so if stir I equals a new line. Okay, yeah, if it's a new line, then we want to do result index plus plus, and we want to set cur index equal to 0. Okay, this is getting kind of messy, but yeah, could do this with maybe not. All right, set that equal to 0. And I think that's all that we need to do then. And yeah, so then we'll also set yeah, we'll actually do result index equals cur. Yeah, equals cur. But we might need to copy it because yeah, we'll need like a copy of current. Can I do that? Because yeah, because it's gonna get replaced. It's going to get replaced, right? Maybe I can't even set it like that. I need to actually do string copy. Okay. Let me use that again. String copy. Okay, destination and source. Okay. So yeah, index and curve. All right, I think I can do that then. So something like that. Okay, and so that should set up the current until we get that. But we do need to actually set per index equal to no termination. Okay, so that we have that set. Okay, I think that should be fine then. So if I print out cur, alright, we'll see if it even compiles, but alright, so build that, and it did compile first try, so that's kinda sucks. Let's see. So I don't actually ever call this, so it's not gonna work. No, I do call it. Call it here. So we're printing the content. Okay, so I think it might actually work. Hang on. All right, let me try returning it then. Let me return. So can I do that? I won't complain, right? Okay. Is that a problem? Because it has yeah, because I don't really have a way to get the max size. So I don't know. I don't know if that'll work. Maybe I need to return how can I do that? Huh. I don't know, but it's got that warning. I don't know if that's going to be a big problem. Can I do? And then, so I know that it is 5. So, and then just results I, and we want string of that, the new line. Alright, and let's see. So yeah, it didn't work. Okay. So I need a way to maybe I could instead allocate it. Actually, does this need to be the other way around? No, I think that is right. Yeah. Can I do something like this? Times yeah, okay. Oh, okay, so this yeah, so it's not initialized. Yeah, okay. Arrays of strings are very confusing. Okay, so how can I actually return that? So hey, let me actually look at the input here. So yeah, it can get pretty long. This isn't actually that much input, but what if I took the longest line? Just use that as the max size. And do something like that. Let's see, I think, where do you put it? Do you put it right here? And then just define the max size here. Just, I should probably just guess. This one looks pretty long. So how long is that? Okay, so that is, alright, okay, I need to, alright, that is 151. So I'll do 175 to be safe. Okay, can I do that? Would that work? Yeah, maybe, I forget. Can you put it here? Some way to do that. Okay. Int. Okay. Invalid. Oh yeah. So you can't initialize an array like that. So this might not actually. I might need to pass the array then. Yeah, I could do that. Well, all right. Pass it in there and then copy it. Yeah. So instead of this, yeah, it's not gonna return anything. And pass the array just here, so it can just be let's see, results and size. Yeah, and then I can just, instead of returning it, I can do copy results result. And I need more stuff on that. So yeah, I need the size. So is that, I think that's the total size, right? So okay. Okay, too few arguments to that. Yeah, because I need to pass it in there then. So results. So I can size. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, so yeah, so I still don't think it's gonna work. Yeah. Does it break before here? It does not. Okay, so yeah, it is an issue with this. We're not. Do we have any characters in there? Or what is it? There we go. Yeah, okay, so it's not, it doesn't work at all. Can I print it in here still? Curve. Alright, like this. It should print it all out still. So we are doing that properly, and it is splitting it by new line properly. Problem is with that. So, because arrays, yeah. Arrays in C. Okay. So, can I actually just print the result index here? Like that, and is it the same thing? So yeah, okay, so we are setting it up properly. But when we copy it, maybe, how do you, what is the n in here actually? What, n bytes from there to there. Okay, yeah, so new line. So we need more bytes than that actually. New line, is it new lines times size? No, okay. Yeah, mem copy. Okay, let me look at that actually. Let's see, is there a good good example? Let's see. So to use it, Sterling. So maybe I want maybe I need to collect the length of it. Do I have that though? It's just the entire length of this actually. So just the string length of, yeah, let me try that. String length of Alright, content is undeclared because it is just stir. Okay. No. So, did it do anything? Okay. It actually did print that out. Okay. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I mean, 5 is too many, right? Yeah. Okay, so 5 doesn't exist. Okay. So it did actually do that properly. Can I actually upload this and goats? No, 5 is not right. That's out of bounds. Yeah, so it can't print it there. So it does not. Maybe I need more space for this actually. All right. Actually. Right now, I can do that. I can change. I'm gonna get something that works though. Okay. So didn't print it out though. Okay, but there it did. One, two, three, four. Okay, so it doesn't work entirely though. So it only has the first 2. Why is that? Hmm. I guess I need another one, right? Look at array of strings. Is there what is the what is this? Let's see. Okay, could iterate over like that. Maybe I'll just do that. Because that might this might not be copying it properly. Let's try that. So yeah, third for loop in here. It's less than yeah. So I actually want the, and then I will just string copy. Let's see, results I, and we want result I. Okay, try that. Okay, so game 1, all right, and then 2, game 3, okay, game 4, and then game 5. Okay, yeah, so the only issue now is that we don't have the right size for it. Okay. But that does work. So we get it, we split it by line, which maybe I shouldn't have even done that, but I did it anyway. Okay, so I need a way to make it like that, because that is fine like that. Yeah, but so then with that, yeah, so I can actually allocate space for it then. Like, solve that 3 times. Yeah. So just the, yeah, like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. so then it can exist. Yeah. Let me try iterating through it. And yeah, so I can do 5 because I do know that it is 5. Then I just want to print results I. And it should want segfault. Okay, and let me not print it in here anymore. Alright, and let me just, for testing purposes, add a few new lines. Oh, just the same. And, alright, so we don't get it all because it's not 5, but if I make it 7, then, okay, we do get it. So, yeah, hopefully that does work. Maybe I'll make the actual input. Input.txt. Okay, input. Open that up. Okay, and just copy the real input into there and make sure it can read the whole thing. And it could not. Okay. Look at that. Okay. And maybe the max size is not enough. Maybe there is another issue. Okay. Yeah, so now we have more issues. Okay. We read the contents. I'm assuming so. No. Okay. Did I actually put in one place? Oh. Input doesn't, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Move input to A. It's input.txt. Okay, now it should actually read it properly. Okay, and 100. So is that the right number of lines? 100. Okay. Okay. Okay, it actually does work. Yes. Let me actually make sure this works. It's less than, so 100. So results I. Right, and that should turn it all out just like we did there. And it did. Okay, perfect. So we do now have, we have an array. So we split it by new line. Okay, oh, I'm so happy that that works now. Alright, I'm gonna move back to the testing for now. So I don't even remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh yeah. So we had the game one. So we basically need to go through each line of it. So I should probably actually get, this can return the number of lines. I think that would be good. So, because we do actually track that. So then we can just return at the end. And then, yeah, on variable. So if I print the number of lines, it should be 5. Perfect. Okay, so then we have that because that's going to be useful to have. So then we can iterate over it by that, and we can parse each line as its own thing. So 0 I is lines. Okay. So yeah, we can just print all the lines now, but all right. So what is this? All right. So we can chop off. We always know that the first 5 are useless. So we can just completely get rid of that and ignore it. So maybe we could even this is iterating through the lines, and then we need another one to iterate through each thing. So equals, so we can start at 5 for this. So that will be the index that we start at. Actually, yeah, we want to start at 5. While j is less than, or well, actually, while results, whoops, results I j not equal that j plus plus. All right, and then I just want to print out just the character with no new line. So then yeah, results I j. Right, and that should print all the components. Okay, and we do start here, so there should be no game or anything like that. So the first one is always going to be it's always going to be the ID. So we can do that. So basically, if j equals 5, then ID. We actually declare the ID here. We'll set it equal to j. No, equal to results I j, and the int representation of it. So that is the ID. So I should be able to print the ID each one. So print that and just print out ID. All right, let's see. So that is a character. Oh yeah, it needs to be a string. So shoot. Actually, I can just convert it more easily. I have to subtract 0 from it. I think I found it. No, I need to add. I don't remember how it works. Okay, that's not right. So hang on, if we have let me look at ASCII table. I forget. I forget. Okay, so we have a single character, which is one of these. So we have 1 or 0, right? We want to convert it to the actual number 0. So yeah, we subtract 48 from any one of them, and we get the number. So it should work then. Yeah, we'll make this 48 then. We'll print it with a new line. Because that did not work. So could be a number of reasons why. So we get 1, and then we get that. So what is... So it's ij. Okay, why is it that? Alright, I think I messed something up. Result ij. Need a new line every time. That's not a good idea. Alright, let's see what we got. So, yeah, it's hard to read though. So why do we get negative 16? I think something is not right. We're not using that input right now. I might actually be messed up starting here. So here I can just do that. So why is there negative 16? Let me not print this. Print this out. And so, game 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm starting at the wrong index. Hang on. Yeah, no, that should be fine. That's 5. Why does it do that then? J is 5. What? So that should be fine. Let me actually print something like this. Print the result ij. You can still do that if it is that character. But, yeah, but actually I do want to print it as a character, so I don't know why I did that. Okay, so yeah, we get that, and it is 1, but then nothing. And nothing, and okay, so is something messed up here? What is the deal with this? So the next one is there. Another new one. Okay, yeah. So the first one works. The next ones do not. So there's like an extra character. All right. Well, maybe I don't even need to do it like that. I can just let's see. Okay. I think you int c. Well, so yeah. Well, that's not what the problem is though. Because we are converting it properly, like with this one. The issue is the index is messed up. Probably can do something with how I am copying it, but I don't think I need to even do this. Because instead, I can do if result is digit of result ij, then we can just collect all the digits. And then just the first one is going to be the ID, and then the subsequent ones are different stuff, basically. So yeah, I think I can do that instead. Yeah. Okay, and I need, yeah. Alright, and that is not right. So I did it wrong. It's just type. Okay, yeah, so then that prints them all out. You can use scan now. Scan F for what? Or S scan F. Okay. Let's see, let me see what is that mm, okay, so I see what you mean. Shoot, I didn't even know about this. Okay. Yeah, that would actually be very useful. Yeah, that I should do that. Okay, so instead of so all right. Yeah, thank you for that. Basically that'd be where am I? It'd be let me see where no, I'm all the way here. Yeah, this is where I want to be. So get rid of this. I can do that on results I okay. And I can put okay, so except the only issue is I don't know all of them because it can vary in size. Well, I guess this one does not, right? No, it does. Yeah, so because 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, so they can be different lengths. So I don't know really what to do about that, but I can get at least part of it. Yeah, so I can try to get. So the first part is game. So yeah, that is fine. Let me just do that then. I don't know that's how it works. Hang on. So this is puzzle and found out about this function. Well, yeah, it's very cool. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, so I don't think I can do that actually, but I can do, so that is the game, which I can just discard. I don't need. How do you just discard? I don't know. And then we have the digit there, and we're gonna have a colon. Maybe I can't use that. I don't know. I'll find out how it works. So game, because that's the structure of it all. And then we have more of these. Okay, so we have that, which is blue. Okay, and that can change actually. So consider that. Which is that. Okay, something like that, and they're all comma separated after that. Okay, I don't know that will work, but so let me actually declare them. So so okay, so I have the ID equals 0 initially, and then I have red equals 0, green equals 0, and blue equals 0. Okay, that's not all of them though, because I have the strings as well. Okay, that makes it. That doesn't. Okay. Actually, I just want to kind of discard this one. I'll need to figure out how to do that, but I can put ID. I don't think that's gonna work, but I can do that. And then I have. Oh, actually, first I have red. This isn't the right order, but something like that. Okay, so that's gonna fail, right? Okay, so character. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't like that. How do you just discard it? If you don't want it. What can I do about that? Oh yeah, I can get rid of that. Okay, so oh yeah, I need to actually do that. Do this. Sense. Now I actually set the values of them. ID red, which isn't necessarily red, but it's in the wrong order, but that's okay. Okay, something like that. And let's see. So, let's worry about ID because, oh yeah. Alright, and so 1300. Okay, yeah, so it didn't quite work, but I did get the ID. So, why does it only do it one time? Or, yeah, it only works one time though. Yeah, that's because of the other thing that I had, so. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a matching thing in here. Right. I think that works. Alright, how can I just discard it? Okay, just, okay, yeah, just a star, can I do that? Okay, and that just broke everything, so. But I do need actually, no. Alright, let me just get the ID. See if I can get that to work. Yeah, get rid of these. So they'll just be 0, and that's okay. Alright, yeah, so the ID, so that doesn't work. I need to do that. Let's see. I need one. If you see the input order of RGB is messed up. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I noticed that it's not all the same. But I'm just trying to at least extract the ID right now. Okay, so that doesn't work. So yeah, I can do this. And we'll get the first one. But the strings are messed up. Oh, okay. I don't know. I might actually revert. So I'll keep that in mind. But I'm just gonna do this for now. J. Oops, J. And then I'm just gonna do the digit thing. And yeah, okay, so I can pin it down. J. Alright, because I feel like that's gonna be easier. Okay. And it's not work because oh, because it's not contents, it is results. So okay. Like that, and then I get all of these. And so if I do this on each iteration, I can make the ID equals 0, and then set the ID equals results I j minus 0, and then I can just print the ID here. Okay, like that. And why is it so many? Oh yeah, because it's printing it each time. So oh yeah, because that's just resetting it. So I want to actually set it if ID equals 0, then I want to do this. Okay, yeah. You do that. That's important. And then there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get the ID of each one, of each game. Okay, because that is important to keep track of. And now, now I need to get the rest of the things. So on each line, there can be a few different things. So I need to actually, I need to get the value of, so there's going to be just a number. And then right after that, I have to get the word. And then whatever it corresponds to is the value that I need to iterate. So I can have this for each one. And it's red, green, and blue. Yeah, and then just iterate them based on what the word is that follows. Okay, so the way I can do that, alright, so that sets the ID. So otherwise, we'll have a number, and then we need to iterate it by 2. Yeah. So then if we are here, then we'll end up here. So we have the B, and then we can just generate. So it's gonna be a little weird, but I can do word equals generate from results I and also J. So that'll be the index. And basically do a similar thing to what I did in the other one. Let's see, it was actually the, let's see, from right here. Basically this one. No, yeah, which one was it? Is it? Yeah, this one, because it generates that. So I can do something like this. Yeah, basically copy it as a starting point. Generated in here is word number, but change it to generate color. So this, yeah, this can just actually return that, because we're not returning a value like that. That's the buffer in that, and we just want to return. So we don't want this. We want to generate the word and then return whatever it is at the end. So wallet is digit, basically. So the max length for this, it's never going to be more than what green is. So it's just 5. So yeah, I can just allocate that. Probably going to leak some memory, but that's not a big deal. Well, I is less than. Well, actually, let's see. Actually, buffer index is alpha, because yeah, it's always gonna be that. So while it is that, then we can just generate this. And let's just make a word index, and just set this to be word index, and iterate both. So I can actually do that, and I think we can do this as well. And that'll just iterate both of them at once. And then I can just return number. And if I print it out, it should be one of those. Alright, I probably messed some stuff up, but I need to go back into here, so go to A. And unused variables, okay. And if I run it, and it actually, okay, we did get that for each line. So this is the last line, so 5. So the first one is red, then blue, okay. So if I do that, then I can do J minus equals 2. And then I can use that as the, well, I could use a hash map, but that would kind of just be overkill. So I can just use an array, perhaps an array. Well, that corresponds to whichever one of them it is. Yeah, maybe it should be that then. Let's see, I'm trying to think. So what is, because we have the value here, because it's always 1 digit, right? Shoot, it's not, so I didn't even consider that. So that's gonna mess stuff up. Okay, so instead of this, I can actually do while not is alpha of the results I J, and I can do J plus plus, whoops, J plus plus, and I can just do J minus minus for this, because we're gonna go 1 too far. Okay, yeah, and then we can generate it there, and we can do, we're gonna need also the amount that we do that, so we can subtract from that after. Or Or yeah, or we could generate a string. So is it ever more than 2 digits though? That is, it looks like it's only ever going to be, yeah, it's not going to be greater than that. Yeah, it's never going to be 3 digits. So we can use that. So basically the value equals, and you can just allocate, well, let's do value 3. I want to do that. Yeah, yeah, sure. Okay, and then I can do log this digit results I j, and then just do j plus plus. Okay, and we'll also do value index, value index equals results I j. That will generate that, and we'll have a string of it. And so at the end, we have to do value index equals that, and then we should just need to iterate j one time. So then we have that. So that should put us where the word is, and we should also have the value. So if I do this, and then I can also print out the value, if I did it right. Okay, let's see. So, did not work, because the value got messed up somewhere. I don't iterate value index. Okay, and let's see. So, I have this now. Okay, so let's look at the last one. Green, 2 green, 1 red. Okay, yeah, so that looks right then. And we're generating everything properly. So we have all those numbers actually. So we need to add them up, right? See, I don't even remember. So third set is 2 green. Well, so we need to change the variables based on that. So this could just be this. It's getting pretty messy, but basically this, instead of that, it can just be an array. An array of integers. Yeah, so int RGB, and it's going to be 3, equals 0, 0, 0. Yeah, okay, like that. And then, so 0 is red, 1 is green, and 2 is blue. Or no, let's mess that. All right, no, that was right. Okay, because that corresponds to that. So then we can use that as an index. So maybe I can just actually like code it. So basically, if string compare word equals red, then that's 0, and then else if word equals green, and actually I need to do equals 0. Word, no, word, I completely messed up. Green equals 0. That's how I'm going to do it. Equals 0. Okay. Word in red. Alright, and then one more. Blue equals 0. Alright, yeah. And then I can just use the index. So else just assert false, because it shouldn't ever do that. And then I can just use whatever the index is. So basically RGB 0 plus equals a toy of that. And this is 1 and 2. Alright, something like that. And then let's see, so does that work? I need bool. So where do I use false? Okay, yeah, I can use assert 0. Alright, and I don't have assert, so alright, and if I run it now, it didn't fail. So I should be able to, at the start of each iteration, I suppose. No, at the end of it, rather. Down here, basically, print that. Yeah, so R, G, and B. And then RGB 0, RGB 1, RGB 2. Okay, like that. And it should print out all of them at the end of each one. So, let me print the line as well. Okay, so 753. So, this should say, so in game 1, let's look at game 1. So, ID is 1. blue is 3. 4 red cubes. What is this? Blue, red, red. Oh yeah, because we're still printing this. I don't want to print this anymore. That is confusing. Alright, so there we go. This is 5, 4, and 9. Okay. Wait, 9 what? 9 blue. Wait, where is that? 6 blue and... that's not right. No, that is right. Yeah, okay. So, red cannot be... Willabach, if I pronounced that correctly. I do apologize if not. Just followed. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so, yeah. So we need to make sure that it doesn't go over these values. Basically. So we'll need, like, a sum over. We'll 0. And we'll just, add... So basically, if, RGB 0, so that is red, is less than or equal to 12, and RGB 1 less than or equal to 13, and RGB 2 is less than or equal to 14, then we want to just do total plus equals ID. Because we have the ID set, but the ID, let's see, we set, yeah, the ID should be fine then. Yeah, plus equals ID. But ID, that's actually not gonna work because ID could be greater than that. So we can't just, yeah, so it'll work for this one, but not for the actual case. So we just print ID each time, so we don't want to do that. So let's print the total at the end. Alright, and let's see what we get. Total is 8. So that is actually right. If I can make ID work not where it can be more than just a single character, then we'll be good. So yeah, because here, if ID equals 0, then we do that. So instead, we need to make, so then we're running 3, so I can do ID stir, it can be 4. And then, I need a index. Basically just doing the same thing I did down there, and then vol is widget, result I, j. Then we can do j++, and we also want to do id index ++, and want you to set id stir I, or id index, equals results I, j. And then at the end we can set id stir, id index equals that. And then we should have the id if we do id equals a toy id stir. Okay, something like that. And if I run that now, it still works. Alright, so let's try. Probably won't work first try, but if I try this. 383. Alright, we did get the IDs correctly. Alright, we'll see if this works. So 383. Will it work? Alright. It's not the right answer. Alright, so it's too low. Did not work. Okay. So let's see where we could have messed up. So let's actually, so we get the total at the end. Let's print the RGB values again. G B GB0, RGB1, RGB2. Alright, so let's print that out and see. Actually, is there a different... yeah, so let's print that out each time and see what we get. Okay, so 3, 5, and 23. So that one shouldn't have been valid. And I did this right? Alright, and let's also, let's make this, equals this condition. That should work, right? So I don't know what that will work. Okay, it does work. Okay, and then we can just do if it is valid, do that, and then also print out is valid. Is valid equals, yeah, so it'll be 1 or 0, right? Is valid. We can compare, whoops, is valid. Alright, and let's see, so is valid equals 0, 0, 0, 0, so that's false, equals 1 here. So why, alright, all those are false, that should be fine. Alright, it's gonna be hard to tell where it actually fails at. So ID1, so it's not valid. That makes sense because this one's not valid. Yeah, I don't know. 12, okay, so that one's valid. Huh. So maybe I read it wrong. What is the sum of the ID of those games? Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, and it resets on each iteration, so that should be fine as well. Yeah. 8, 8, 11. Dang, it's gonna be really hard to figure out. 8, 8, 11 is valid. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it looks fine to me. So, did I mess something up with the sum? Plus equals ID. Does it? So the 8 was correct. You need to take max instead of sum. Take max of what? Instead of sum. Take the max. I don't get what you mean exactly. The max of what? The IDs? RGB values. Oh, okay. So it's not. Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was reset or was reshuffled each time. So it's just okay. All right. Well, I can do that. That should be pretty easy then. And then if a value is greater than RGB 0, then you want to set it. Okay. I think this is right then. Alright, let's see then. So is that right then? 1629. Might as well try it. Okay. No, okay, so that's not right. So I still messed something up. Let me go back to the other input, text input, and make sure that's still correct. It still is right. Okay. So yeah, there's an issue somewhere else. Okay, so that takes the max then. It should. Is greater than that. Yeah, because if it's equal, then it's already set. So, all right, and here is the max each time. Don't add the values. Wait, where do I add them? Oh, shoot. My bad. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, I have to wait. Yeah. All right, so don't add the values. So let me, back to the text, make sure that's 8 still. Okay, yeah. So don't add the values. Let me just look through. Just setting it there, so that's good then. And that is, so that should be the max for each one. So let's see, the max in here for blue is 8. Okay. And the rest are 1. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. Okay, I'm gonna try it then. There we go. Okay, thank you for your help. Thank you. Appreciate that. I did not understand the instructions. Okay, yeah, I probably won't do part 2 now. So I'm probably gonna end the stream. We'll commit this though, and I'll read part 2, but I will not finish it now. Whoops. Solution for day 2 part 1. Okay, yeah, so I'll set up the folder though. A to B. Yeah, so that'll be the starting point. I'll read through it and see. So, they stopped producing snow because they aren't getting any water. He isn't sure why the water stopped. However, he can show how to get the water source. Check it out for yourself. It's just up ahead. As you continue your walk, the elf poses a second question. In each game you played, what is the fewest number of cubes of each color that could have been in the bag to make the game possible? Okay. Dang, that would be, that's okay. In game 1, the game could have been played with spheres 4 red, 2 green, and 6 blue. Okay, so actually that would be pretty easy, wouldn't it? 1 red. So you just take the values and use those instead. The power of a set of cubes is equal to the numbers of that. So, okay. Power of the minimum set of cubes in game 1 is 48. The converting the string to values was the toughest part. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be pretty easy then. I might be able to actually do it. So the power of the set of cubes is equal to the number of red, green, and blue cubes multiplied together. Game 1 is 48. Okay, so okay, so that would be 4 times 2 times 6. Okay, so then just sum those together, right? All right, let me try that then. So let me see. I'm not going to do it. Let's use the test input. And okay, so we get that, and we set it here. So at the end, we don't need the is valid anymore. Yeah, so I'm comment this out. My game is not like comments. All right, so I have this. I don't need is valid. Okay. So I should be able to. It's just multiplying these, right? I might be misunderstanding, but let me try that. So just RGB 0. I should probably make a variable for this, but whatever. 1 times RGB 2. Let's see what that actually outputs. Okay, so 36. So yeah, 48. Alright, and then add it all together. So then the total can just equal that. So total plus equals that. Just this. Oops, it doesn't matter the order. Okay, like that. There we go. And the total should be 2286. Okay, so if I change it then, let's see if it even works. Whoops. Okay. 55593. Alright, let me see. Let me see if it's right. That's the right answer. Okay. Yeah. Alright, well that was pretty easy then. Alright. Yeah, I'm very happy with that then. So I got 2 days done. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm going to commit this and end the stream probably. Yeah. Solved day 2, part 2. Alright. Yeah. I'm happy. I wasn't even expecting to get day 1 done by this point. So I'm happy with that. Okay, I'll look at day 3 then, and then end the stream. Okay. He says the lift will take you to the water source. Okay, it doesn't take long. Turn around and see a slightly greasy elf. Okay, so I wasn't expecting anyone. Yeah. Missing from the engine, but nobody can figure out which one. If you can add up all the part numbers in the engine schematic, it should be easy to work out which part is missing. Okay, consists of a visual representation of the engine. There are lots of numbers and symbols you don't really understand, but apparently the number adjacent to a symbol, even diagonally, is a part number. This should be included in your sum. Periods do not count as a symbol. Okay, so 2 numbers are not part numbers because they are not adjacent to a symbol. Okay, oh shoot. Okay. 58, middle right. Just by looking at the question. Yeah, this is, seems like it's gonna count. So you have to account for diagonal as well, I said, right? Even diagonally, yeah. Currently, any number adjacent to a symbol, even diagonally, is a part number. Periods are not, so these are symbols, right? These things. Does it have a list of all the symbols, or is it just anything that's not a? Dang, this looks like it's gonna be complicated. Okay, 114 top right. 58. 58. Okay. All right. So basically, so it's gonna need to be like an array, which will consist of digits, periods, and symbols. Okay, we just need to basically read through it and convert it to that, and then just check the surrounding the elements surrounding it, and see if they are, yeah, see if they are next to a symbol. Okay, I think that would work. This is gonna be complicated though. Let me look at this. So is this all the symbols then? Because that is kind of important to know, but it looks like not. So there's a lot. Does it not have the list of what is symbols, or just anything that's not a digit or a period? I guess it could be considered that way. Could do that. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty complicated. Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna work on that next time, probably tomorrow, but not sure exactly. Okay, well, yeah, so thank you for everyone who helped, and also thank you for watching. Yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream now, so I will see you next time. Goodbye.